person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Now, all I know about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnets. This is an island surrounded by water, big water, ocean water. I hope they now go and take a look at the oranges of the investigation, the beginnings of that investigation. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The word grocery, it's sort of simple word, but it sort of means like everything you eat. China has total respect for Donald Trump and for Donald Trump's very, very large brain. The kidney has a very special place in the heart.
I'm gonna come.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? $8 million for making mice transgender. If you have a windmill anywhere near your house, congratulations. Your house just went down 75% in value. And they say the noise causes cancer. You told me that one, okay? I think I know more about the environment than most people. We have a world, right? So the world is tiny compared to the universe. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. They're eating the cats. And when the wind doesn't blow, you don't watch television that night. Trust me, I'm like a smart person. We have under our feet more liquid gold. I call it oil. This is tic-tac. This is tic-tac. This is inflation. They say a wall is medieval. Well, so is a wheel. A wheel is older than a wall. And we're building a wall on the border of New Mexico. And we're building a wall in Colorado. And you know what else? The weight of a car, the weight of a truck. They want all trucks to be electric. Little things that a lot of people don't talk about. The weight of a truck is 2.5 times. It's 2.5 times heavier. You would have to rebuild every bridge in this country if you were going to do this ridiculous policy. I love Tesla.
I wrote this out, and it's very close to my heart because I was down there, and I watch our police and our firemen down on 7-Eleven, down at the World Trade Center right after it came down.
I went to a boat company in South Carolina. The boat, I said, how is it? He said, it's a problem, sir. They want us to make all electric boats. He said, the problem is the boat is so heavy, it can't float. I think they were looking for my guidance, my great wisdom, right? They were looking for it. And I consider myself to be the father of IVF. It was me, I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor. She was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn, and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you believe that she is...
I think somebody should look into that, too. You treat me so unfairly. It's hate. You have a lot of hate in your heart. You know nothing about nothing. You're fake news. You should be ashamed of yourself. Quiet. You're really obnoxious. One of the worst reporters that you'll ever see. I don't even want to take a question. You're a third-rate reporter. Always have been. Who is that back there? All right, get out of the room. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? I took a cognitive test, and I aced it. I got a perfect mark, which you would be incapable of doing. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you
too. So we'll be dropping drug prices. It'll start over the next 2 to 3 months by 1,200, 1,300, and even 1,400% and 500%, but not just 50% or 25%, which normally would be a lot. If you're the president of the United States, you can declassify just by saying it's declassified, even by thinking about it.
Have you spoken to President Zelensky, sir, about his offer to purchase more Patriot missile batteries?
Oh, I don't know. He's always looking to purchase missiles. You know, he's against. Listen, when you start a war, you got to know that you can win the war. Right? You don't start a war against somebody that's 20 times your size, and then hope that people give you some missiles. Ding, 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 boom. Missile launch, pshing, boom.
We identified and stopped $50 million being sent to Gaza to buy condoms for Hamas.
I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. No more wars, no more disruptions. We will have prosperity and we will have peace. Under Trump, we will have no more wars, no more disruptions, and we will have prosperity and peace for all. I am the candidate of peace. I am peace. Cuba's next.
But right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. Okay? I would like to make a deal, you know, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way.
I've ended 8 wars. Nobody's ever done it. The person who won the Nobel Prize came to me and said, "You deserve the Nobel Prize." She announced that. When they announced, they said, "Goes to Maria. She's a great person, really a good person." She said, "No, no, no. This is ridiculous. They gave me the Nobel Prize. President Trump ended 8 wars. Should have gotten the Nobel Prize for each war, but I don't say that. I saved millions and millions of people. And don't let anyone tell you that Norway doesn't control the shots, okay? It's in Norway. Norway controls the shots. They'll say, we have nothing to do with it. It's a joke.
Groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, you know, who uses the word? The groceries, when you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs.
The word affordability is a con job by the Democrats. This is a tough hurricane, one of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water.
I did everything right and they indicted me. You want to see a bird graveyard? You just go. Take a look. A bird graveyard? Go under a windmill someday. You'll see more birds than you've ever seen ever in your life. You know, in California, they were killing the bald eagle. If you shoot a bald eagle, they want to put you in jail for 10 years. A windmill will kill many bald eagles. It's true. And you know what? After a certain number, they make you turn the windmill off. That's true, by the way. They make you turn it off after you. And yet, if you killed one, they put you in jail. That's okay. But why is it okay for these windmills to destroy the bird population? And that's what they're doing. And then they kill all the whales, right?
And we have a man who is totally corrupt and the worst president in the history of our country, who is cognitively impaired, in no condition to lead, and is now in charge of dealing with Russia and possible nuclear war. Just think of it. We would be in World War II very quickly. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. And nobody can do it like me. Nobody.
Nobody's stronger than me.
Nobody has better toys than I do.
There's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am.
Nobody loves the Bible more than I do.
There is nobody that respects women more than I do.
Nobody's had crowds like I have. There's nobody that understands the horror of nuclear better than me. Nobody even understands it but me. It's called devaluation. The sale of the uranium that nobody knows what it means. I know what it means.
Nobody knows more about trade than me.
Nobody knows the game better than I do.
Nobody in the history of this country has ever known so much about infrastructure as Donald Trump.
Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it. I always like to hang around with losers, actually, because it makes me feel better. I hate guys that are very, very successful, and you have to listen to their success stories. I like people that like to listen to my success. I took a cognitive test, and I aced it.
What part of your body was the MRI looking at?
I have no idea. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, I will have the disastrous war between Russia and Ukraine settled. You know, NATO is a paper tiger. And you know, it all began with, if you want to know the truth, Greenland. We want Greenland. They don't want to give it to us. And I said, bye-bye. I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's just a subject. He's dead, he's gone, and all it is the Republicans, certain Republicans got duped by the Democrats, and they're following a Democrat playbook. And no different than Russia, 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 and all the other hoaxes. I just want the fake news media and everybody else to remember, and I've been a big critic of all of the protecting of countries because I know that we'll protect them. And if we ever needed help, they won't be there for us. I've just known that for a long period of time, just like I knew about the Strait, that it would be a weapon, which I predicted a long time ago, predicted all of this stuff. You guys were very generous in that. I predicted all of it. I predicted Osama bin Laden would knock out the World Trade Center. I made that prediction a year before he did it.
100% bullshit.
I went to an Ivy League school. I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words.
He was awarded the Bronze Star and the Combat Infantryman Badge for his service.
The latest act of resistance is the op-ed published in the failing New York Times by an anonymous, really an anonymous.
Our army manned the airport. It ran the ramparts. The state of California passed an outrageous law declaring their whole state to be a sanctuary.
Technology companies are really big beneficiaries.
The wall is under construction. A lot of work has been done. A lot of renovation. When they gaze upon Yosemite's towering sequoias. Today, I'm also calling upon all 50 states to immediately waive all applicable state taxes on ICE officers. Remove 10,000 known or suspected gang members. They sacrifice every day for the furniture and future of their children. Decided to shield and shelter criminal. Look, wait. We must seek real bipartisan solutions.
But there's no better word than stupid, right? There is none.
Now, literally, you walk over from Iran to Qatar. You can walk it in 1 second. You go boom, boom, and now you're in Qatar.
God, I didn't know you go boom, boom, and you're in Qatar. And then we looked it up, and it turns out the reason I didn't know it is because it's wrong. It's very, very wrong. You cannot walk from Iran to Qatar. You could swim 150 miles, but unless you're Jesus, you cannot walk there.